Welcome to Cadence Design Systems Fidelity Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature or demonstrate a technique in just a few minutes. Today I want to talk about one of the options in the Preferences panel under the Edit menu. Preferences is at the very bottom of the menu. And the second one down, second option is Graphics. I'm not going to talk about these first options in this first frame of graphics. That's covered in another Tutorial Tuesday video. But today we want to talk about the drawing guide. The drawing guide, when you turn it on, provides a overlay grid of lines in the display window that is there for you for reference. It's important to note that the intersections of these lines are not pickable during construction. These lines are only here for you to reference as you're verifying or creating new entities in Pointwise. You have a few options here for how this drawing guide is displayed in terms of the number of pixels in the squares that are shown. So I can change this value from the default, for instance, to 100, and that doubles the size of the squares that are shown in the drawing guide. You can also change the color if you wish using the standard color chooser widget, and in that way perhaps have the guide displayed a little bit more effectively depending on how you may have set your background for your display window. And then finally the transparency, which is something that I tend to use a little bit more when I've got the drawing guide on in my work, because I find that it's nicer to just have a very faint drawing guide in the background just for reference. And again, this capability is here for reference. It does give you a grid to compare against your mesh and your mesh topology when you know that you have a lot of rectangular topology in your grid. Then it can be a really handy feature, and it can also be useful for creating new topology that you wish to ensure is either vertical or horizontal or nearly so in the display window frame. One other thing that I would like to point out is that it's probably more beneficial to have the drawing guide when you are using the orthonormal display style. And that's actually found in the View menu. If I pull down here to set view type, you can see that currently I have orthonormal selected, which is the default, and I find it to be more useful for construction of grid entities. However, we do have the perspective view mode, which is really nice to export images for reports or papers. But you can see that as you rotate the model around with this style, the effectiveness of the drawing guide may be a little bit diminished. And so generally I do tend to use the orthonormal view type for most of my work. And as always, when you're done using the drawing guide, or if you wish to go back to the default settings for any of the preferences in this panel, you can always reset defaults at the bottom of the panel, keeping in mind that this will reset all of the preferences for all of the options. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button or subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, drop us a line down below or connect with us via LinkedIn, which is linked in the description. Thank you all, and have a pleasant Tuesday.